So coming to the introduction, so let's set the stage. So between 2004 to 2007, Apple undertook a creative high stakes project called named Project Purple. So the goal for the Steve Jobs famous stated was the revamped that phone. So the team was handpicked and the cross-functional software engineer, hardware designs, and for the Joey Eves legendary industrial design group. So the organization extracts all working under immense pressure and absolute secrecy. This challenge to merge revolutionary uh, tough based interaction with the relatable phone hardware. And we choose Apple because it is a perfect case study for examining how human factors, leadership, and team dynamics drive like breakthrough innovations. As well as you can see that the iPhone success wasn't just for the technology. My name is Abhiram Nisana, and together with my colleagues, we are excited to present our analysis for optimization project management teams. First, the mutual trust. This was built through shared secrecy and the mission critical mentally. So team members has trust each other with the sensitive information because of the single leak could destroy the whole work throughout the year. And second, coming to the interdependency. Here, the hardware success depends entirely on the software and vice versa, where the designers, engineers with consistent interactive collaboration, they couldn't succeed alone. And the third is accountability, where Apple's culture, the perfectionism meant each individual knew that if there is a content failed or the whole product failed.
Inclusive team behaviors. Now let's talk about inclusion, but not the way you might expect. At Apple, inclusion wasn't about being nice, it was about ensuring the best idea won, regardless of who presented it. The team used brutal, honest critique sessions, often led by Jobs himself. This no process aimed to include rigorous testing of every idea, eliminating the weak ones through honest debate. Here's our debate question for you. Did this create a truly inclusive environment for everyone, or only for the loudest, most confident voice? We will let you counter it. Behavior versus content. This brings us to one of Wong's most powerful concepts, behavior versus content. The core idea is simple but profound. We often punish the behavior of speaking up by reacting negatively to the content being shared. Consider a scenario. A junior engineer on the iPhone team discovers a critical antenna flaw. In a bad management scenario, Jobs, known for his intense reactions, angrily shoots down the messenger for bringing bad news. The result? The behavior of speaking up is punished and future problems get hidden. What is the lesson? Effectively, Apple leaders had to learn to separate the gold of a good idea from the messenger who delivered it. Process versus behavior. Next, let's examine how process shapes behavior. Apple's key process was the design review, regular, intense, no holds barred meetings where design and code were presented for critique. This process created a result behavior of relentless interaction and thick skin. Individuals learn to defend their ideas with data and passion. Conclusion. Apple's processes are intentionally designed to forge high performance behavior.
Let's walk through the 5 stages of team development as they unfolded in Project Purple. Forming. The group of experts was gathered, high hopes and clear mission. Storming. Intense debates erupted over technology. Plastic versus glass, the user interface, which features to include. Norming. The roles were solidified and the team integrated that technology. A shared rhythm was established. Reforming. Then came crisis. A few weeks before launch, the team reformed their plan, changing plastic for glass. Performing. Teams worked from chaos to perfect software, and the launch. Now let's look at the personalities behind the product using the temperament model adapted by Wong. Steve Jobs was the classic artisan, visionary, risk-taking, driven by impact and spontaneity. His motto is "Let's go for it." John Ive was the idealist, caring deeply about the product's soul, focused on beauty and how the user would feel. His motto is "Let's create something meaningful together." Tim Cook was the guardian, the operational mastermind who built the global supply chain. His motto is "Let's get the job done perfectly." And the software engineers were the rationals, architects of iOS, focused on logic and solving complex problems. Their motto is "Let's achieve our goals with flawless execution." This leads us to a critical tension: personal values versus organizational values. Many employees have left Apple due to the intensity and cult-like culture. So the key insight for project managers is that sustainable high performance requires acknowledging and managing the gap between organizational demands and individual needs.
Everyone, this is Aiden Saimo. Let's talk about the team synergy and conflict using the iPhone as an example. Synergy in action. The success of the iPhone is a perfect example of synergy. One major decision was using a glass screen. Engineers saw this as risky and difficult, but from a design perspective, it created a premium and iconic feel. By combining design and engineering, Apple created something neither team could achieve alone. Okay, now it's come good versus bad conflict. Not on all conflict is the same. A great example of productive conflict was the debate over using a style versus a finger. This disagreement led to a breakthrough of multi-touch technology. However, unproductive conflict also exists. The failure of Apple Maps happened partly because of poor communication between teams. It results in a product that is not meet Apple standard. Now it comes personality driven conflict. At Apple, conflict often came from different personality types. Steve Jobs represented the artisan mindset, which is focused on creativity and pushing limits. Engineers, as rational thinkers, focused on what was technically possible. When managed well, this tension became productive. Jobs' high expectation pushed engineers to innovate beyond limits, leading to breakthrough like custom battery design and the glass screen. So overall, conflict is not always negative. When managed properly, it can drive innovation and lead to exceptional results. Thank you.
Finally, let's bring it all together with a strong three key element of team performance. This content was the multi-touch phone concept, reinventing the handset. The process was the how the top 10 list designed review the NDAs, and the behavior was the who, the culture, perfectionism, and the thick skin, the artisan rational friction. The Apple secret was balancing all three. When one element broke down, the strength of the other two allowed the team to reform and push together throughout. And in the conclusion, so what was the conclusion? The iPhone success is often attributed to Jobs' vision, but that vision was executed by a team whose human factor were actively managed, sometimes brilliantly, sometimes poorly. The Apple story illustrates wrong core premises. Project fail not because of the bad plans, but because of the breakdown in human collaboration and behavior. The ability to foster signal from intense conflict between the different personality type is the hallmark of every high performing team. To optimize a project team, a leader must master not just content and process by the visual powerful world of human factor, because the real killer app inside the iPhone was the team that built it.